how I've organised my travel and accommodation for Paris to be as fat friendly as possible. I'm a fat babe going from London to Paris for 5 days, and I want my trip to be as fat friendly as possible. These are the things that I have learnt from previous trips to Europe and other fat babes that I'm implementing to make my trip as comfortable as possible. First, I'll be catching the Eurostar rather than flying. I have caught the Eurostar and I have flown to Europe, and the Eurostar is far more appealing. First, on the Eurostar, you only have a window and an aisle seat. There is no middle seat that you have to worry about. Second, the bathrooms on the Eurostar trains are far more sizable. They are very spacious. You don't have to worry about being cramped in a small bathroom. Also, the Eurostar trains just have a far more relaxed vibe in general than flying. Obviously, there's still security and customs because you're going to another country, but it's not as tense and stressful as it is when you're catching a plane. I found the seats to be bigger, there was more legroom, and I could fold my tray table down and it didn't collapse onto my stomach, so I was able to eat food off of it. The Eurostar is just far more comfortable than flying, and that's why I'll be catching it to Paris. Now let's talk about how I made my accommodation as fat friendly as possible. First, I had to toss up whether or not I was going to stay in an Airbnb or a hotel. Ultimately, I landed on a hotel just because I think that they're a bit more reliable, and I think that what you get in terms of website to real life translates a bit more accurately. Now, the first thing I knew that I had to factor in when getting a hotel is that a lot of European countries, their hotels do not have elevators. So for example, when I was in Amsterdam, I was climbing up multiple skinny flights of stairs, and they were very steep to get to my hotel room each night. So I had to find a hotel that had a lift to make sure that I wasn't on the top floor and climbing up these stairs every night. I don't have a set itinerary yet for what I want to be doing in Paris, but since I've never been there, I know I need to hit the major things like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, etc. So I just know that I need to be somewhere central. Another thing that's very important to me, given that we're going in these summer months, was air conditioning. I don't need to be sweating it up all night. It may be Europe, but it still gets hot. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this lovely hotel that we have landed on. It looks very Parisian. I'm very excited. We've just gone for the standard double room, but it looks spacious enough for 2 people. I am very excited. And as you can see from this map, it's nice and central. Just what I was looking for. These are the things I've kept in mind when organising my travel and accommodation in Paris to be as fat friendly as possible. Obviously, you can't anticipate everything that's coming, and I look forward to keeping up this kind of series as I'm organising this trip. And yeah, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time. Bye!